Villarina.
Kabalo ng microphone kasi malubat siya. Panigurado lang. At magamit ko nun yung microphone, dinadala ko pero every time mag-talk to, ang mga ginagamit ko. Before I start, now, I would like to share to you something natabo sa amon 3 days ago when we went to Manila to attend my dental conference. Sensya na mo daw, minanervyos pa ako. Nasobrahan ko inom kape. So, naglakad kami ni Mrs. That was Tuesday. May bagyo na sa ito. Nag-abot 3 days in my seminar and then we went back home Friday morning. Kasagsagan ni Umpong, di ba? So, wala talagang malampal. Kakancel ang flight. So, dapat kayo mag-share pero siguro 100, no? From Manila, marami pa ng flight. Wala. Okay na, pero so nagpasulod na kami dito sa area sa Panay. Medyo grabe ang turbulence. Hindi lang kauyaw ka ng aeroplano, kundi medyo nag-slide-slide. And the pilot attempted first na malan sa Roas City. First, na-attempt, wala. Naglibot-libot kami for another 30 minutes. The second time, nagambal ang piloto na prepare for landing. At this time, nag-isaya. Nagawa ng kariton, ang balko tayo, Lord, guide this plane. Kaya ang balko, hindi namin gusto mabutan sa bagyo. Sa wrap-up na siya, hindi siya makita ang landingan. Nag-shoot ang aeroplano, tutut sa ibabaw. I don't know. Sabi ko, makaras ang aeroplano, malubog ang makina, and everything. Wala na ko sa life ko. She's been praying hardly. Ang balihan sa akin, hard. Katapusan na natin. Hindi na natin katapusan. Kaya you know what? Tagangka kita dyan sa ni Lord. Why? Matok ako sa Sunday. Magkala kita. So we go back to Manila. Ito mga refugees kami, brothers and sisters. Hindi naman may balaan ang mga itsura. Kaya nakabalik kami sa Manila. So we thought, ibo kami sa hotel. Nag-aalang kami mamon. Sir, pang snack lang ninyo. Pangita lang ang isaran kung di ka mo. Very booking kung namon ka mo. So, a lot of us demanded we'll be staying in a hotel. Pero hindi. Eh, bagyo yan. Pagkatapos wala mga engine trouble. So, wala may memo. Kanya-kanya kami po ulit and then go back the following day of Saturday. So, mga balasang times, no, hindi natin mapulong ang panahon, ang kabuhi, ang accident. And during that time, that was Friday or Tuesday, the brother Rotelo died of accident sa may isan man, no? So, hindi natin mapulong. So, thanks God. I-deliver niya kami dahil sa inyo, talk about guidelines, no? Business dealings. So, brothers and sisters, good afternoon, and thank you for your time in attending this talk regarding guidelines for business dealings among members of the BCBP. Actually, hindi lang BCBP. Some may be outside BCBP. So, I hope magpamatik ka mo, hindi ka mo pagtuyuhon, eh base nakakatulog ka mo, kasi hindi naman ka mamaka, Kung tao, kabali Father Day, kung kailangan niya mamatik mo sa homily, nagamuglat inyong mata, hindi ka magtulog, kaya base tapos ng homily, si San Pedro na inyo ka, turbag. So, gusto ko makita, kamo nga naka, tanaw sa akong. But for those na ginapilaw, overflowing coffee lang na. Hindi ka mas na ako gani, overflowing water na. Again, brothers and sisters, kapag kumana ako ng ritual wife, every time I travel, aragin na siya. Every time I talk, aragin siya. Pero every time I go out at night, wala siya. Okay na ako. Hindi siya silosa, brothers and sisters. Ako yan siloso. Again, good afternoon, brothers and sisters. This afternoon, I will be talking about the guidelines for business dealings between members of the BCBP, and will be discussed the procedures in working out if conflicts arises. Hindi ko makita, ito ang paghalaan. There is nothing wrong with having business dealings. We are businessmen and professionals. Unfortunately, in a community, this is also our enemy that comes in and out, trying to disrupt the community. Sometimes there is problems in their business dealings, so the BCBP has set up these guidelines to be used. There will be problems encountered in any business dealings among its members. Maganda na tula ang microphone na hatag mo sa ako, Greta. May wala mang patraso sa imong bulan. So our goals here are to explain the BCBP's guidelines for business dealings between members. And number two, to explain the procedure in working out business conflicts between the members. To give you an outline of my talk, there are two parts. First, the general guidelines for business dealings between members, and the second part is the specific business relationship that may be bound to experience. Joining our community life in the BCBP, it is expected that we not only open ourselves to a deeper spiritual journey with our brothers and sisters in the community. It is unavoidable that we can across our business dealings among our members. Given the fact that we are a collective group of businessmen and professionals with valid interests, there will be instances that our product and services may complement each other's and may be bound to contract each other's products and services. In anticipation in this Christian faith, the BCBP community has laid down some basic guidelines and functions for its members as early as now in the BCLP for our guidance and to avoid conflicts among its members as these things may happen. I know some of you are sleeping, but please bear with me, especially when most of you are not venturing in business dealings. Sino dere ang mga businessman? All professionals? Sa uli, maging businessman na itong sinagyapon. This will help us guide in solving problems when the time comes and to guide us in our brotherhood. You will be spared from a lifetime from getting into deep trouble. In short, this will guide you in harmonious with all business dealings, not only here in the BCBP, but outside BCBP. Under the general guidelines are the following. Basic commitment, number 1, the righteousness, proper stewardship, guidance in the brotherhood, the chapter head or unit group leaders' neutrality and independence, openness to spouse on all dealings, speech, openness and full disclosure, and lastly, working out conflicts. So siguro wala mga isang oras na discussion, so just bear with me. Walong alas siyang harapan. Under the specific business relationship, we have the following: corporation, partnership, and joint venture relationship, supplier, professional, customer, client relationship, employer-employee relationship, borrower-lender relationship, broker-client relationship, husband and wife relationship. Wala na, no? So, these are my topics, brothers and sisters. So, I hope hindi ka mo pa tuyuan, ha? I was just given 1 hour or 45 minutes. Shorten ko lang para makatapos kita na daan. So, going back to our general guidelines, the first one is the basic commitment. The commitment to love and serve one another takes precedence over the pursuit of profit or economic gain. Again, in our business dealings, our primary commitment is love and serve. Serving one another, while profit and economic gain are only secondary. This also reaffirms the previous topic, Christian in the marketplace, given by Brother Toto Valgos. This is interrelated subject with our commitment, motives in doing our businesses. We should be committed to be ready to meet one another's need with our personal help and resources, and to look up on one another's welfare as our own. In Philippians verses 1 to 4, and I quote, "Your life in Christ made you strong, and His love comforts you. You have fellowship with the Spirit, and you have kindness and compassion for one another. I urge you then to make me completely happy by having the same thoughts, sharing the same love, and being one in soul and mind. Don't do anything from selfish ambition or from a cheap desire to boast, but be humble toward one another, always considering others better than yourselves, and look out for one another's interest, not just for your own." End of quote. Again, brothers and sisters, our commitment to love and serve is a very foundation we do here in the BCBP. When you have love and the commitment to serve, you will usually grow in service in the BC. That's love. Talaga, problem? Ang bago, full charge eh. Balik na ako sa microphone para yung mag-iapotin ko. Okay, brothers, the first now, love and serve always to your brothers and sisters. The second will be on righteousness. We are committed to a life of righteousness and holiness, not just individual but also a body. Yes, brothers and sisters, righteousness is a universal thing. We are not just righteous in our daily interaction with our brothers and sisters, but we should be also righteous to other people outside our community. And in Proverbs 13 verse 6, and I quote, "Righteousness protects the innocent. Wickedness is the downfall of sinners." End of quote. All our businesses dealings are to be conducted in a righteous and just way in accordance with Christian beliefs and principles pertaining to the particular business situation at hand. And let me quote again, in Proverbs 11 verse 28, "Those who trust in the riches will wither, but the righteous will flourish like green leaves." End of quote. No need to explain much about to be righteous.
The third general guidelines is the proper stewardship. We are all stewards of the talents and resources entrusted to us by the Lord. It is our duty and responsibility to harness, develop, and utilize them properly and to exert our best efforts to preserve the viability and profitability to our business, and in order to contribute to the common good and continue to serve his other needs. As God says, for what profit does a man if he gain the whole world and loses his own soul? Brothers and sisters, as sons and daughters of Christ, the Lord entrusted to us with great talents and resources. We have the responsibility to develop it for the better good of us and other people, because we are all stewards of all things around us. Do you believe that? We are all stewards of all things around us. We have the social responsibility to use our talents and resources for the good of all, not only for ourselves. And if you are in business like me, as an employer, we duty bound to look for the welfare of our employees with just compensation and commensurate benefits. It is also our prime responsibility to provide them with good working conditions. If you are an employee, as I have been before, we are duty bound to give back to our employer our best effort and service once staying in our present jobs. We should be honest in all our dealings at all times. As in Colossians verse 3 to 23, and I quote, "Whatever you do, work it all with all your heart, as though you were working for the Lord and not for the people." End of quote. The fourth general guidelines is in the brotherhood. We experience community life. Our relationship with one another will also solidify, meaning to make or become hard, stronger, or mag-close kita sa isa kag-isa, like we are here in the community, in such a manner that we are real brothers and sisters. Sometimes, over familiar with each other, we will be open to each other with all our problems, experiences in life. Loaded na niya. Kayo ka. Hindi na ako tutulak ko. We'll be open to each other with our problems, experiences in life, especially in our action group. Pag nakita-kita permit, now in the moment, hindi naging malikawan na atong brothers and sisters makideal or makijoin partner with the business. So, kung masuprahan pa ang pagka-closeness ninyo, daw hindi man maayo. So, there would be always a limitation of being close to one another. Problems and differences arises from business relationship that may lead to a breakdown of relationship if not properly guided. Such conflict not only affect the members' commitment to love and serve one another, but also the unity and peace of the body. Business dealings with members should therefore be shared with their chapter head or unit leader for information and guidance. These leaders should handle the situation according to their level of competence. As in Hebrews 13, verse 17, and I quote, "Obey your leaders and follow their orders. They watch over your souls without resting, since they must give to God an account of their service. If you obey them, they will do their work gladly. If not, they will do it with sadness, and that will be of no help to you." End of quote. So the fifth in general guidelines the chapter heads or unit group leaders or action group leaders, neutrality and independence. As I mentioned a while ago, that as we enter into a community life, it is expected that we will attend to our spiritual growth and with this responsibility of accepting varied services and functions. Now, when you become the chapter head or unit group leader or an action group leader, it is wise policy for the leaders to generally inhibit themselves from entering into business with any of the members under their care. This would help in safeguarding and ensuring leaders freedom from the objective or input or direction affecting not only the personal life or of the members but also their business affairs. It is specifically written in 1 Peter 5, verse 1 to 3, and I quote, "To the elders among you, I appeal as fellow elder and the witness of Christ and sufferings, who also will share the glory to be revealed, and be shepherds of God's flock that is under your care, watching over them, not because you are willing, as God wants you to be, not pursuing dishonest gain, but eager to serve, not lording it over those entrusted to you, but being examples to the flock." End of quote. Soon you will have your commitment and will become full-fledged members. You will be assigned as one unit. Maybe your group right now will be your action group, or you will be group. And your group leader and your course leader will be your unit leader. It is wise policy from your action group leader or unit leader not to engage in business to his flock under his care. The leader will be neutral or independent, so that when misunderstanding or conflict arises, you can lead the group, because how can you take care of your flock if there's another vested interest? So it is wise for a leader to take care of his flock with love and service, and to guide them to grow spiritually with them like good shepherds who guides and protect his flock. Now, if you are already engaged in any businesses or services with your leader, please proceed with your action group or put into writing and above, and let your action group leader or unit leader or the chapter head know your business or service you're into with your brother and sisters. And this will help in the safeguarding and ensuring the leader's freedom in the objective input or direction affecting not only the personal life as men, but also their business affairs. Naintindihan nyo? Talong no? Actually, brothers and sisters, I know everyone is planning a business. Ang kaloyoni mo, basi negosyante, ang friend mo, basi businessman. Sa sobra ninyo, ka-close, nag-offer siya karon sa imo sa business. I-share ko lang sa inyo, for so many years I've been staying in the BCBP. Mahilig ako sa business. So some of my friends, brothers, may mga talent, kabalo magluto, kabalo mag-make sa bar, and everything. So anong kami, napunta kami sa bar, restaurant. I don't know ang mga hobby, haraman nila. Don't know kung inyo nakakadto ka mo sa Tago Bar. So, kumark na siya. Before Tago Bar na, yan sa BCBP, wala na tayo kalukuhan. Kaya BCBP, permi nagkakaon, permi nagkainom, permi nagkakape. So, amon game plan to put up a resto bar na involved sa pagkaon. Kaya mga malusog ang BCBP. Once you become a member, we unan ka mo din. Kasi hinay-hinay ka mo kaon. No? Anyway, we have our doctors ka-prescribe sa inyo sa medication sa blood. Diba? Ako wala ganda. Dapat hindi ako magkaroon sa candies eh. Kasi masakit pa yung ipon. Amo na, brother. So, that business runs for almost 2 to 3 years. Manamit ko siya with my brothers now. Galing sa pagtugay, nakita naman nga it's falling down. Why? Because ang amon niya negosyo is katuwaan. It's not really a pure business. Ang amon na niya, may kita, okay. Kung may kita, okay man. Matanong na nakita namon na makakoy ang negosyo. Kag nagkapulaw kami. No? So, mula na. So, kato ang kami ni chapter head, the RCD, we talk about the problems. Ano na, lagi nang pala namon, katuwaan lang. Wala hard feelings sa mga grupo. So, amo lang ito yung close na as brother sa BCBP community. So, wala yan na kambaga. So, kaila. So, dari binuligay itong mga. So, mula doon natabo. So, i-share ko lang na sa inyo. Kaya basi sa uli, after some selfie, napunta ka mo business. This time, put it in writings. Kaya kung hindi nila, pagkakasulatan ka ron, kasi may mas maalam, gado na rin, whatever, kita rin pa kung sa korte. Call me, BCBP, nag-hearing sa korte. Because of business nga, wala na intindihan. So, listen to learn. Now we go to the openness to spouse in all the business dealing. Kakatabo man eh. And sometimes, when we do our business, pag-put up naman sa business, Sister White ko ay nakibalo. Every time I do my business, wala na sa kaibalo. Nakita niya na lang, inasara na. Kaya hindi ko na gusto mabalaan niya. Kasi makita lang ko, kundi ako na nagyapon, di ba? May balaan niya ka-close up, na siya. Hindi niya gusto magpulaw ako. Tanawa siya ka, gusto na naman sa ang bago na ako negosyo, gusto na siya. Kaya enjoy lang ito labi, basta may business ako. Di ba na, brother Bong? May negosyo, nagkapahubing sa lalaki, di ba? Yes. Kung wala ako sa inyo, parang pila-edad ako ha. Mawala na yung edad ko, hindi ko lumangkot sa mga brothers dito sa likod, sa inyo kilid, nag-DJI lang. Ang mga sekreto, I'm still young. I'll go back to the openness of spouses in all business dealings. Para hindi ka mo pagtuyuhon. Eh, malo mo, kakaglaw ka mo eh. Nanami-ano mo pamati sa topic ko. So, husbands are to be open to their wives, and wives are to be open to their husband. In whatever business dealings they may be involved, a wife is to secure her husband's approval before entering into any business relationship. We men, are very secretive in every business dealings. Tama na. And very authoritative. Siyempre, kita ang lalaki, kita ang mas umon. I am the head of the family. And why? We have to tell our wives. Because as husband and wife, we are one in the eyes of the Lord. Remember, your vows in marriage, we are not two, but one body. So therefore, whatever transactions you are into or dealings, we have to talk to our brothers and sisters. They will make sure that we are informed, our wives or husbands' approval before entering into business transactions. There should be no cover-up, no secret bank accounts, no individual businesses, and in short, hello, balik ka na ko diwa, matibay na isa. Okay? Related man sa flood control kung isa, no? At anyway, ang ginaya business na to. Kung honest ka lang sa negosyo mo, hindi mo kinanglan trillion at billions to earn. Mas marami ang ginakita na hayan sa kinakabudayan. Rather than the money you earn easily, it is easy to spend. So wives, submit to your own husband as to the Lord, for the husband is the head of the wife, even as Christ is the head of the church. His body is himself its Savior. Now, as the church submits to Christ, so also wives should submit in everything to their husbands. Husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for that he might sanctify her, having cleansed her by the washing of water with the word, so that he might represent the church. He might represent the church in splendor without spot or wrinkle or anything, that she might be holy and without blemish. In the same way, husbands should love their wife as their own bodies. He who loves his wife loves himself. For no one ever hated his own flesh, but nourishes and cherishes it, just as Christ does the church, because we are members of his body. Therefore, a man shall leave his father and mother and hold fast to his wife, and the two shall become one. End of two. End of quote. Agree ka mo? Ano, pila na niya ka? Agree na? Okay na na. Kailan na papaulit kasi na storyahin na lang galing. The 7 general guidelines, speech, sharing by others of any information, particularly those arising from business difficulties, should always be guided by righteous and prudent use of speech. Brothers and sisters, this was taken up by Brother Toto Bagos. So, in his topic, speech and wrongdoing. So, hindi ko na pa pinapahimik. Again, yun naman last time with Brother Toto. So, I will go now to the 8 of guidelines. Openness and full disclosure. We have the duty to fully disclose the material facts and the attendant risk to the proposition. At the same time, there exists the concomitant responsibility of each member to seek answers and clarification to his question and other matters. He may be unclear about it. Overall, brothers and sisters, it is about telling the truth for transparency. Wala tago-tago, not even a small things. Hindi bala kung magtago-tago ka, nagagawa man niyapon sa uli, pareho sa natabo, sa kontrobersyal na control. Ito mo na lang na ng topiko natin subong. So, sa kadugay-dugay na, no? So, wala nagwa programa na gyapon. So, the Lord will seal it, and in the end, we are answerable to the Lord. It's living out to our slogan, be honest. We should have the courage to stand and tell others that the change will start within me. We should be honest in all our business dealings and in all our works, in our house, and to our children and family. Misunderstanding should always be avoided to preserve peace and harmony between and among the members. Full disclosure must be made regarding all facts and circumstances surrounding or in connection with the business transaction, which might give rise to a possible conflict or interest and situation, or may cause any undue influence, or impair the objectivity or impartiality of one's judgment or decision on any business matter. There may be a danger for members to take each other's for granted. There is a possibility of a member abusing his relationship with other members. Therefore, as much as possible, reduce all agreements and other important matters to writing as a record of agreement and mutual expectation of the members concerned. The spirit of agreement, written or verbal, is to be honored at all times. When appropriate, regular or periodic reports are to be made to keep members concerned abreast with all the development. And in Matthew 5, verse 33, and I quote, again, you have heard that it was said to the people long ago, do not break your oath, but fulfill to the Lord the vows you have made. But I tell you, do not swear an oath, either by heaven, for it is God's throne, and I quote. And the last guidelines in business dealings is working conflicts. Being a member of the same body, we are duty bound to exert every effort to resolve any conflict or misunderstanding in an amicable manner to preserve loving personal relationship and to prevent harm or injury to the body. If the controversy cannot be resolved by the members involved, the dispute would be elevated to the chapter head or to whom he may ever be designated to handle the dispute, and court litigation should only be resorted as the last recourse again. So, brothers and sisters, court litigation should be resorted as the last recourse kung may arakit man ang problema sa business dealings among the members or outside sa BCBP. Kaya nga itong business dealing, it's not only purely sa BCBP. You can do other business matters outside sa BCBP. Now we go to the specific business relationship. And number one is the corporation, partnership, and joint ventures. All possible conflict of interest situations are to be avoided, and the members concerned has the duty to make a full disclosure of all the facts and circumstances involved in the business proposition. Decisions are to be made by consensus or the majority and need not always be unanimous. But if a member has a serious objection and thereby adversely affects the peace in the body, the alternative would be to buy out the dissenting members to preserve the loving personal relationships. Having exhausted all efforts, yet unavoidable to resolve the issue, and the parties very short to section 1 of these guidelines. Again, brothers and sisters, as we grow in our community, we cannot take out the possibilities of members engaging themselves into business, partnership, and joint ventures. With our brothers and sisters, if such scenario happens to you, you must put all the facts into writing, to put everything in order, and to know your limitation as well, as you must also tell your superiors, your unit leaders, chapter head, or action group leader, so that in the conflict arises, everything is smooth, and the relationship with fellow members and holiness of the body of the community will not be affected. So ang gusto mong balance ng number 1, siguro pinanggal may kasulatan ka mo bala. Kaya kung any problem that may arise sa inyong business proposal, madali lang ma-resolve. Hindi na plano pag proceed with your businesses. Number 2, supplier or professional customer-client relationship. Profit not being the only consideration and recalling our commitment to meet and serve the needs of our buyer client. A supplier of products or services also has the obligation to look after the welfare of his buyer client. However, the pricing of products and services must be in the light of teachings on proper stewardship, in which no member is required or expected to suffer a business loss or to impair the asset of business enterprise or prejudice the interests of his other partners or investors. Nevertheless, the obligation to be generous to one another remains, but need not be limited to business transaction. Assisting members from one's own personal resources may be called for. Nevertheless, the obligation to be generous to one another remains, but need not be limited to business transactions. Assisting a member from one's own personal resources may be called for, as in Matthew 22, verse 39, and I quote, "Love your neighbor as you love yourself." So it is incumbent also upon the client customer to clarify himself about the product or services so as not to have false or erroneous expectation. Once agreement are entered into, the commitment are made. Its member must faithfully comply and be steadfast to his word. Example sini, sa number 2 is that may mga negosyo na ginatag lang sa ibang mga products, di ba? Let's say, tagaan ka mo sa one case, sa soft drinks, hindi, putata lang soft drinks. Sa one case, ang balon sa supplier sa inyo, o baligyan mo per bote, hatag ko sa imong piso. Pwede mo baligyan niya sa 120. May negosyo ka ng 120. Bali, kung maubos na, balik ka lang. But you know, anong ginahimo kung isa sa nakabaligyan? Instead of 120, mo nila 150. Di ba? So, paano maubos ang imo? Negosyo. Ang imo soft drinks. Ang imo neighbor, kabaligyan kaya same price, 120. Tingala na lang, ubos permito siya. Nag-ubos siya mga 50 to 100 cases a week or a month. It's because, ginaba ko mga presyo sa ginatag sa supplier sa imo. And, among ginaya, culture sa Pilipino, hindi na itong gusto piso-piso. Di ba? Gusto na ito niya more than 1 peso. So, ano na? Paano mga Chinese? Ang mga Pilipinas, plus na Chinese, kaya siyempre, sinipimos na nila, pero they are keep on growing. No? Kita yung mga Pilipino, dalawa. Trilyon na taas mo utak na, no? Mga kabataan nyo sa mabayad siguro. Now we will go to the employee-employer relationship. Mind you, brothers and sisters, ang mong pinisa ang pinaka-importante sa tanan. So, the members, employee-employer, can expect of a member, employee the same level of performance as he would demand or a non-member in terms of diligence, faithfulness, loyalty, honesty, and the work involvement. On the other hand, the employer must deal with all his employees righteously and fairly, resting to them not as unit work, but as human beings deserving love and respect. The members, employer must strive to serve with greater zeal and efficiency. As once serving a brother, the relationship should always reflect and witness to God's love, power, truth, justice, and righteousness. It should be characterized by the spirit of openness. Regarding the employee, sample naman niya, employee relationship, I am the boss. Employee na mo. Kung wala ka mo, hindi man ako makasenso. Diba? Amo ng relationship natin. But, ginaobserbahan pa mo as an employee how you do your work. Or sometimes, ginasiraan mo isa mo ka-employee. Nag-kuwang pala. Anong tawag siya? Sip-sip. Ako na. Hindi na siya mayo. Just do your work. Tapos, ako, ang business ko sa ko, I have my clinic sa Robinson, kag sa SM, pagkat sa Iloilo. Sa SM Iloilo, that is almost 11 years. Dari sa Roa City, 3 years pa lang. Thankful ako, nag-survive pa man ako sa renta sa SM, no? But, I train my employee. Kaya kung wala na sila, wala man ako. But, every now and then, mahapal ko na ginasabihan ko man ang attitude mo, ang karakter ko. Because last year, patatapin sa SM ko, sekretary ko, nakuhaan ako almost 1 million. So, I was supposed to close LSM clinic. Pero ang ko, kaya po si Lord, nagkakait sa akin. After sa part, I talked with my secretary, naman din mo muna. That is pangangailangan. Ang bago everything, hinahatag ko sa inyo. Tanan, wala pa kami pamayan. Naman, COVID ka pa. Kaya every time my sales, pinadeposit yun sa bangko. So ako naman, kasali ko sa iya. Na-close na kami, ako nagani. Hindi siya pa-close, even your best friend. Even your wife, hindi ka mo close na kwa. So ako na, pinapuntahan ko ba rin. But during the time, wow, patabi. Wala na naman ako. Akin naman ako sa awa. Ano na nga tayo, ang pagsalit ba? Hindi naman 100%, 200%. Kaya naman, diligent naman siya sa iyong trabaho. But amon kanit, ang surprise ng audit, naman wala income ang clinic for the past 3 to 4 months. Wow, ang bago sa akong mga upod yung may partners ko lang. Ang bago kaya ito close sa isip, kung hindi ka magpagawa sa additional funding. Umod sa inyo. So, siyempre, pag kami to roll out, okay, hindi ka pwede ka utang sa mall, sa rental, you have to pay. Or, amo na sila. And you have to pay the months, hindi mo mabayaran. Walang problema sa business. So, settle mo na. Kasi, sorry. Settle, tapos yung pero ko lang, ang sekretary ko, na he has to pay me kung mabayaran din ang labi. How many years? Ang bago, buhay pa ko sila. It's only 5,000. Taman, ang bago 5,000, 5,000,000. Ang bago, buhay pa ko sila. Hindi ka pa na nakabayad increase na ito nila. So, ang muna, nagkato kami sa lawyer. So, nasa ito naman, until now, nakatamat niya lang. Kasi siyempre, as BCBP, bala, ang hard kung kita ba na pasensyoso, isang kinabubuan ka na galisin mo sa kakyan, ibis mo ngaki. Sige na, istoryahan ka na. Amo na, kung BCBP ka na. Hindi na kang initon. Pasensyoso ka na. Amo na. So, after Robinson ko naman, na-coded ko na ako. Another problem regarding naman sa X-ray. So, kung na-X-ray, kada isa ka pasyente, ginag-X-ray ko 900. So, may recording. During that time, sa kampante na naman ako. Dahil mga ng grupo, dahil mga patient. So, pagkabot ka, ang sector ni Mayo, na-review ko ang laptop. So, sumugamot dito. During sa opening, may nagpa-X-ray 5. So, 900 times 5. That is 4,005. Unreported, ilan ito? Diba? Pagdating sa 10 o'clock, hasta 5 o'clock, recorded. Pag-abot sa 7, so siyempre, ang mo, naka-close 9. May mga-X-ray 5. 2-3 times 9. Takot naman ang savings naman sa secretary. Order pag-8 ko. So, sa na-discoveryhan ko, sorry naman kami. The same, pangangailangan. Ang bago, may insurance ka mo, kuranta ka mo. Baklanta ka mo motor, para may service ka mo. Tanan, hasta Memorial Park, ang bago. Baklanta ka mo. Ako nitawo kong insurance na. Insurance. Kung nilawan ay kayo, ako nang ilatanin na madulas na. Galing, kaya ginagawa ko ng insurance for my own. Kung na-disgrasya sila, at least may backup ko dahil sa expense. So, muna na ako, perma. So, muna akong when you do business, or may plano kung mga negosyo, plan it well. Know your people. Okay, nowadays, people are not protected with that amount. Kapag ito may problema. So, muna, play lang. Hindi lang pa seryosohan. Kaya mag-negosyo ka mo. Start from the very basic. Hindi ka mamagay sa ako na business kay nowadays, money is hard to find. Hindi na pinaawat na nila ko. Ako na ganit, kung isa ubos mag-ipong ka, pinita ko. Tama. Pero kay Doc Mayo, tanwa, relax na siya. Katinambok na siya. Pero sa ipon, nangyari na ako sa kanya. Amo na brothers, ang mga experience ko, when I put up a business. Damo-damo ko yan put up business na ginapari na ni wife ko na ma-close. Hindi na gusto. Pero ang mga naman ko, ang mall ko, wala din dyan. It survives. Especially sa Iloilo. Ang makuta problema, but hindi ko ako man-masolve ko. So, muna, when you go on business dealings with your partners, employee, know their character, attitude, hindi ka mo believe sa sweet talk. Ang tao magaling magsalita, sa likod niya, wala yan, zero yan, bolero yan. So, every time he or she will offer to you something, isa na ano pa na sa kagwapa, isa na kuba pa na sa, o ano sa kagwapo, hindi ka din magkuhan sa business sa iyo. Put everything into order. Kaya para mabalaan mo din na siya kung ano ang iyang negosyo. Now, may kasiyas ng ako, sister, dalagan ako sa number 5 and number 4. So, tapos ako na. Borrower, lender, relationship. Okay? Pamilyar ka mo sila. Nagkakatabo man sa aton sa inyo, di ba? Maluwan ka mga paulang, mabudlan manuwa, di ba? So, kailangan, put it in writing. Makita ko na, put na kayo. So, when we are encouraged to help one another, kaya mayo man magkulit, di ba? Mayo yung magkulit. Ako mapinuligon, tamo ka kami ng kuligan, and then, i-share ko naman sa inyo. Ay, gagawin pa tungkol tayo naman ako sa bapak sa likod. We are also encouraged to see the growth of fellow members in all areas of life. Siyempre, gusto man natin maging asinsado man tayo ng members ng BCBP. And in growth, maturity, responsibility, and good order, we should therefore see to it that all borrowing and lending be done with the knowledge of the unit leader, and when required by special circumstances, the approval of the chapter head. Such will ensure that the borrower's needs and requirements are met or serve as an opportunity for the borrower to grow in the area of putting order into his finances. Openness serve to protect and preserve good personal relationship. Generally, it is prudent for all leaders to inhibit themselves from borrowing from their members. However, if circumstances dictates that one should borrow, he should do it only with the guidance and approval of the council. It is advisable to put a loan agreement, including the terms of payment, in a formal binding contract. Punctual payment of the debt should be the primary concern of the borrower. So, pwede ka mo kahulang sa inyo sa group leader. Pero, no? Tapos mo sa ano, try nyo. Kasi makulangan sila. Matong wala lang yung Teresa. Now, we'll go to number 5. Broker, client, relationship. Nakakatabo ka na di ba? Mga realtors, o whatever. So, a broker is committed to look after the welfare of his fellow member client. Should therefore fully disclose all available facts, circumstances, risks, unless otherwise specified. The broker should make it clear and the parties should be realized that he does not warrant anything. Parties to the transaction must remain good stewards. Kasi katuangan mo sa broker, may present sa inyo nga tuka lang. Natutulami ko, 120 square meter na baligyan na 50,000. Ikaw, hindi mo man. Waka, bayad na 50,000 pagkabot ka rin. Pikit mo lang, no? So, kinalahon mo rin. Kaya uso man na. Hindi na scam, bayad sila. Let me share with you my experience, brothers. Amo na yung last, no? So, ako na, i-share ko lang sa inyo last. Kaya, pamatingin it happened to me. Masyado kami ka-generous sa isa namang ka-brother who has been with us for so many years, gago ko pa, bata. But because of poverty, hindi mo poverty siguro. Necessity needs at palapit sa amon na yung capital. Bakla ko sa business ng brand new car, kay birthday niya, nakita karon sa friend na mo, pwede ko na ito maulang ganito sa negosyo ko. So, bakit business, okay, kaya man, pakita mo sa kayuhan. So, it started for 1 to 3 months, Mayo ijam, Mayo. Until such time, nga naghangyo naman siya, inistaran, wala problema, provider naman inistaran. Until such time, wala na sa kabayan. Sang inistaran niya, siyang 2 years. 2 years siguro. Ang bago lang sa kakilala ko, pasensyahin lang. Pero kung magsunod ka sa BCBP, pasensyahin ito do. So bang pasensyahin lang natin. Basic siya makabawi na. Fast forward. Nakita ko na lang na ang salakyan ni Mrs. Ara na sa boulevard. Nakatingga sa balay ni Brother Exam. Okay? Kaya kung kayo malo, nagtawagan si PJ sa ako, yadong kayo mo ng auto. Kung sabi, yan mo na, oo, paano araw na ka? Yadong kayo na natin, it's almost 4 months. Kung sige lang, katuan ko na ka. So, muna, natabo, brothers, no? In Tagana mo siya, tanan-tanan. And may permay kami sa abogado. So, hanggang ko sa lawyer, isa lang pinapahayo ko. Gusto ko lang yan siya ipapriso. Isang isa lang kagabi. Para he will realize, no, kung ano sa prisuhan. Kaya kami nakasunod ni Mrs. sa prisuhan. Gusto niyo may balaan? Naman? Nag-clinic ako sa Iloilo, kung gabi na pulit kami. Isa na ng oras na, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock sa gabi. Hindi ko gusto mag-overnight sa Iloilo. Kaya gusto ko makapaway ko yan before ito may clinic the following day. Kapunggo kami karoon sa tricycle. Oo, dito. So, to make the story short, dala kami sa presuhan, sa Pasig, hanggang sa, police. Yan do, pwede kang take-casting, may put up electric fan, pagkaon, tanan. Saan ko, sir? Okay na, sir. May kaya problema. Mas marami sa rin mo kwarto, naka-aircon. Kung pwede, sir, upunta to ba? Kasi nakatalawa pa, sir. Ibis na tuyo kami, may nagastos, may ginapuno. Kaya paano kang malapit sila? Tapos sa moto, ang complainant, maabot kami tayo 12 midnight or early morning of 12. Ang natabo, sabi ko, sir, ulit kami sa buwas, wala ko dala, bulong, pangayla, basta hindi ko mabutan, as ko sa nakatakiwan ko. No? Kakawas ang call, Brother Mark Florion, siya ang nagpuling sa anto. At hour na wala kayo pala tao. Ako, pre, lead kita kay sa insurance, wala ko naman. Ang kinangganon, kaya ang pasyente, dalot sa Iloilo. So, mga nagpuling kakang isang mga kilala dito. So muna, nabutan lang kami alas 2, ang banang sa ngipit. Dali lang doon, kaya maabot ang BCBP, interview ka mo sa natako, Diyos ko. Kinalikaw ko galing mabalang sa ruwas, nakabubos ang tabi niya rin yan. Sa tao, dahil sa Pasig, karoon, interview pa ng BCBP. Salamat ako sa Diyos, wala. Tapos the following morning, wala kong plena. Amo lang ito labit, na ngayon ang pamilya sa support, no? Hospital siya support. Nambal ko, hi Lord, grabe ang kanya na going back to our brother. Muna siya, being a member sa BCBP, gusto ko siya ipapreso. However, napamagubla kay kambal sa business. Pipray lang natin na magiging wasa, kapag-o. Kaya isa bakit, brothers and sisters, ang hindi ko pa nagustuhan sa iya, kaya nagka-campaign siya against sa BCBP. Hindi ka mo mag-intra sa BCBP because mga elite ina ang mga tao. Kaya ko, ikaw malaki yung pagigbalan. So, ang parang ko sa mga tao, mga kaistorya niya, ako kilala ko labi. Brad, hindi ka mo yung pagpati. Kung ano man ang iya kinambal. Attend our breakfast, learn sa breakfast, and then if you have time, attend our BCBP, and you will learn what is BCBP. Hindi ka magpati sa nakakaakap, kayo mabuhay. Kahit every time, brothers, nagagumba na kami yan. Hasta karoon, magkataw ko sa clinic ko sa Israel, kita na yung pakamis na ng baka. No, good afternoon. Kung di ko BCBP, makakaposan ka, baka. So, brothers, every time makita ko na siya, ako mo kasama yan. Ano ko na ako ka? Kasi na-stroke ako ba lang? So, wag mo na, brothers, no? Kabunday kayo. Kabunday kayo. Kasi kung isa, I am thankful na for so many years I've been the BCBP, serving a lot, no? Until now, arap kami sa music ministry, kakanta nga po, no? Tapos, breakfast head. Akong isa gani, kung makita ko, kung puti po ito, ganito. Nahulo na yan kaputi, no? Amo na siguro na imo sa ginawa sa akon. Tamo pa commission to share, to help, kay in the BCBP, ang mga ganang kalaman, as we grow, as we mature, we do our services. It's not only among the members, it's always the Lord. Whatever services nga ginahimong natong diri, si Lord ang kagayad sa aton. Kung ano give up niya para sa aton mga kaupo. So, we are in the BCBP practicing the BCBP way of life to forgive, to love, and to serve. Believe me, brothers and sisters, it is better to pray and wait for God's direction when you enter into business dealings, not only in our community, but also outside our community. And when you pray for everything, that everything will be fall into pieces. Thank you, and to God be the glory.
Thank you, Brother Rex. Actually, I can attest to the veracity of Brother Rex. Kailan ng sharing niya sa akin na ibibigyan nito sa pagpong sa mabalay. I didn't know yan dito sa lakyan, no? But anyway, thank you once again, Brother Rex, Villarina. Another round of applause. Please. We'll be giving a token. We would like to request our chapter head, Brother Rian Rillo, and our secretariat head for the token of appreciation sa iyang kay Brother Rex.